Today, I wanted to talk about the middle of the process, the middle of the journey, the middle of us completing our task. Today, I wanted to talk about the struggle. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So, we have an awesome quote here today, so let's get into it. Quote of the day: let us not grow weary or become discouraged in doing good, for in the proper time we will reap if we do not give in. Galatians 6:9. Song of the day: Not Strong Enough by Apocalyptica. So, no bones about it, no sugarcoating, no holding back, being 100% honest and transparent. This week has been a week. Last week has been a task. Even today, it has been a struggle. And that's what I want to talk about today is the struggle. It's real. You hear it all the time. The struggle is real. And it's not an exaggeration. It's not a lie. You know, the enemy, the evil forces, so to speak, come to rob us of our joy when we are making progression toward our goals. This is a tactic that is not unknown. It is not unheard of. It is not something unfamiliar to us. We know that when we are doing good, to prepare ourselves for something to disrupt that peace, right? And it's not negative thinking. It's not wishing bad. It's not expecting bad. But we know as we get closer to our goal, things seem to get rougher, not easier. Things seem to get darker before they get brighter. Things seem to get harder before they let up. However, from time to time, we are still caught off guard by the evil, the disrespect, the downright uncaring and unrelenting nature that this world seems to have at times. I know for sure I was caught off this week guard, not by people's in situations, but just the amount of it. How much of it continued to come? I am more than adverse and comfortable with difficult situations. I am more than prepared for when those situations come. I was not prepared for the amount of situations that I was going to have, if that makes sense. The number, the quantity of these situations, I was not anticipating. And that's where, if I'm being honest, if I'm being transparent, I begin to grow weary. I begin to become discouraged. I begin to start to look for a way out. Because honestly, there is only so much any of us can take. How many of these unrelenting and brutal battles must we go? How many epic comebacks do you have in you? These are the questions that I started to ask myself this week. It was a very difficult week. It was a very tough week. It was a very trying week. But that's because I was comparing it to what I really wanted. What I wanted was it to be easy. What I wanted to be was sunshine and rainbows. I wanted to be a beautiful cloudy day with perfect shade and perfect weather. I wanted every single one of my tasks to align with the way that I wanted them to go. That each time that I went to execute, I would get 100% results, 100% benefit from everything that I did. Once I start to realize how unrealistic I was being, how unfair I was being to the world, to the universe, my alignment started to change. And this is one of the quotes that helped me realign my mindset this week, that is. This is not a new scripture to me. This is not something that I have never heard of or studied, but it did help me to remind myself, we still have fight in us. We still have epic comebacks in us. Not only that, the things that we're upset about, the things that we see as hard and a struggle, these are the problems we prayed for when we actually had real problems. Once I started to check myself on that, I started to read this scripture over and over again. Let us not grow weary or become discouraged. Let us not grow weary or become discouraged. Let us not grow weary or become discouraged, because these problems are baby problems compared to the past. Yes, they look like huge problems if you constantly compare them to the only problems you have in your life, because these are the only problems you have. But you have to understand, you have made progress. You have covered ground. You are not where you started in this journey. You have moved further towards your goals. We cannot become discouraged in doing good. We cannot become discouraged or weary when we are moving closer toward our goal. We cannot let our focus be taken off of what we hope to accomplish, because we have to finish the process. We have to go through the journey. We have to continue the steps and the setup to get what we hope to obtain. See, if we can continue to remind ourselves while we're doing it, if we can continue to measure our success in proper time, we will reap. We will get what we want. We will get what we hope to attain. We will accomplish that goal, but that's only if we don't give in. I will say, like I said, has been a rough week, not just for me, but for my colleagues, for my friends. The sentiment was rained out that yes, this is a difficult one. However, there is still progress being made. We are still moving closer toward our goals. We are still accomplishing the tasks that we are set out to complete. Let us not grow weary or become discouraged in doing good, for in the proper time we will reap if we do not give in. I challenge you to take a deep breath, take a strong sip of that coffee, close your eyes for a moment, reopen them, recenter yourself, come back refocused and rejuvenated, and let's continue down this path. Let's continue down this journey. Let's continue toward this process so that we, in proper time, will reap. But only if we don't give in. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please, be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.